Coach, you come up here a lot for Army football games, and what have you told your team about West Point, the institution, for those who've maybe never been here or maybe not even know anything about West Point?
How beautiful it is, number one. When you pull into this place, you see the beauty. And just, you know, for me, what our military does for us is so important. I mean, we're here to play a game, but they're here to protect us. And how important that is that, you know, every day that I wake up, I feel safe. And the importance of that, because that's not true. You know, in a lot of places, that's not true. And enjoy this day. I think our guys are having a blast. To be able to see the history of the campus and to talk about it and visit different areas, to go into the chapel, to go along the Hudson River where General Washington, you know, had the chains that went across, and just the history of this place is magnificent. And for us to be able to enjoy this and enjoy this day with Army is really special.
Joe, I spoke to a lot of families who said, you know, they really got to make a huge day out of this. They picnicked, they came out, they toured, they brought their whole family, and this means a lot to them, people from up here. What does that say about, you know, their love for the Yankees, and what does that mean to you guys to know you can make a bunch of people's day? Well,
I'm glad we can do that, but I think more important is to recognize what our military does for us on a daily basis when you come up here and see the history, and to be able to have lunch with the cadets and see the different stripes on their uniforms and to get an understanding of what they go through every day and how their summers aren't summers like normal students, they're training exercises. I think it's important that our people understand what these kids go through and how important it is to us.
Joe, is it special for you being the son of a Korean War veteran?
It is. You know, my father was a mechanic in the Korean War and an airplane mechanic, and it's special. You know, I have pictures of my father in my uniform in our house up, and you know, it's special.
Joe, would you like to make this an annual event?
Yeah, I love coming up here. You know, for me, it's a thrill. It's not very far from where I live. As I said to, you know, I'm sure you could come up here time and time again and still see something new, and get the history of West Point, which I'd like to learn as much as I could.
Did you ever consider, at any point of your life, consider doing this yourself?
What do you mean?
Coming to West Point or
You know, growing up in the Midwest, it wasn't really available to me. Grow up in the town of Peoria, that, you know, we didn't have this. But I got a chance to come up a couple of years ago and watch Army play Air Force, and that was a thrill. To see all the cadets in the stands and to see two military schools going at it on the football field, and the respect